I guess first I would just like to say how proud I am of this team. We came out of the locker room. My goal was to come out of the locker room and make sure we was aggressive and try to jump on them early. And I was really proud of them because we did. But we also know they're a very good basketball team, and they came back, and we just kept going back. It was like blow for blow. And I'm just proud of this group because we continue to keep fighting, and never once did we ever hold our heads down and we was just working. I'm just proud of them, and I'm proud to be their coach, and I'm excited for this program that we can get back to the championship game.
This time we'll open it to questions for the student athletes only. Again, wait for the microphone and identify yourself by name and media outlet. Got one right. Which way are you going? All the way to the back.
Kendall, Jeff Woods, WBKO. Last night it was, or 2 nights ago, sorry, it was Chastity that was big down the stretch. Tonight it was you. When Chastity got into foul trouble, was that kind of the plan to try to, put the team on your back when Chastity had the foul trouble there?
My coach just told me to be aggressive. My teammates told me to attack because, every time I was attacking, something good was happening. That's just what I was trying to do, and it worked out well for us, and we got the win.
Chad Bishop, Bowling Green Daily News. Kendall, can you walk us through the circus shot that you made there at the end that turned into a and one?
I don't really know how it went in. I just threw it up. I got fouled, and it went in, thank the Lord.
Over to the right side.
Lucas Sallback to WKU Herald. Micah, this is a team that's kind of given you guys fits this season and the past few years. How does it feel to finally come out on top in the tournament?
It feels great. We knew coming in it was going to be a hard-fought game, and it's always close between us, and it does feel good to come out on top.
Again to the back.
Micah, just your thoughts on being 1 win away from the NCAA tournament, just how obviously emotional for you guys after the game, just the excitement level you guys are feeling right now.
It's been our goal all season. We've talked about it, getting to the championship game, and we get here and we have a chance to win. And for our seniors, it's just that much more we want to win for them. And after this, this is a huge win, and we're excited for that. We're going to go prepare tonight and be ready to go tomorrow.
Additional questions for student athletes? Okay, you guys can head back to the locker room now. There'll be someone out there to escort you back. This time we will take questions for the head coach, Michelle Clark-Hurd. Questions? We're going right here on the left.
Coach, I don't know how much you can touch on Coach Richards' situation. I know she left the team this morning.
Just a personal issue. Back at home, it was a death in her family. So our prayers go out for her and her family. And, that's basically what happened.
All the way to the back.
Coach, when Chastity picked up her 4th foul there, how much did that interrupt what you guys wanted to do? It just seemed like she couldn't really play her game after she got that 4th foul.
Well, I've been coaching, Chastity these 2 years, and you all remember our roster last year. We was very slim. So Chastity's used to playing with 4. And, I think every one of the players wanted to make sure they were doing everything right. And I think that's kind of where Chastity got toward the end. But, this was a big team win, and, Chastity did a ton of things for us, and she'll continue to do those things. And so it wasn't, I don't think it affected her. I think that she really wanted to win, just like always. And I think they want to make sure that they're making the right plays and doing the right things down the stretch.
Over to the right.
You guys get Arkansas State tomorrow night. Are you excited to be back in the championship?
I'm definitely excited. I'm excited for this group because, again, as we left off of our Arkansas trip, that's what we talked about. We talked about being able to take one game at a time and win the games that we could win so we could get to the championship game. And I'm just super excited because that's where we're at now. You can't win a championship if you don't get to the championship game. And that's our whole goal, is to get there and be prepared and ready to just go to battle and go to war.
All the way to the back again.
Coach, 2 nights ago it was Chastity down the stretch. Tonight it was Kendall. Just how big was she there the last 5, 6, 7 minutes?
Kendall is she's like the silent assassin. You look at her stat sheet, and all the way across the line, she always does everything. And she's very good and deceptive in attacking at the basket. And I knew we was watching the way that they were guarding, and we just told her to make sure that she was aggressive. That's what I talked to her about. Make sure she go to the basket, and she somehow, like you said, she makes those shots a lot. She shoots runners. She knows how to get people up off their feet, and she can get to the basket. So it's huge for us. I'm super excited that we have the opportunity to have different options. And Michael Jones was huge for us. Chanel Lockhart was great for us coming out of the locker room. I mean, we just had a lot of people step up for us. And when you're in this time of the season, that's what it's about. It's team basketball.
Over here to the right.
Troy Schulte, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Coach, it looked like you guys had this game won three different times. I mean, just what were your feelings as you saw them kind of keep chipping back and kind of get back into the game and everything?
Well, I've been doing this a long time. What I was just trying to tell the players is, to continue to keep playing the game. They're a good basketball team. Joe does a phenomenal job, and Taylor Ford is an unbelievable player. And Galt, they just they're really good. And so we knew it wasn't going to be a situation where we was going to blow anybody out or score, continue to keep scoring. They're going to find a way to score. And so I was just glad that we found a way to sit down and guard and do the things we needed to at the end.
We're over here on the left now.
Playing Arkansas State a third time, what's it going to take to beat them?
I think we just got to play and do what we've been doing. If you look at the scores have been close in those games too. We're gonna come out, we're gonna be prepared and do the things that we do, and hey, it's just for all the marbles, and it's a championship. So I know our girls are excited. I know I'm excited as a coach, and we'll just be ready to go.
Any further questions? Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, I think everybody's seen it was a great ball game. Both teams made great runs and just ended up a little bit on the short end, but I thought both teams offensively, it was a heck of an offensive game for both teams. Defensively, neither team could get many stops, and it just turned out who had the ball towards the end. We missed way too many layups and missed one there at the end that could have maybe turned the title, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
I'd like to open it up to questions for the student athletes only, starting on the right side.
Girls, can either one of you just comment on the rough start? It seemed like for the first 5 or 6 minutes or so, you guys just didn't have a whole lot of energy. I mean, what kind of happened there? What were you guys feeling during that moment?
It was just concentration. We didn't come out the way we were supposed to. We came out, lackadaisical, kind of wide-eyed, and it definitely, contributed in the loss. But it was pretty much mentality and concentration.
Ms. Galt, do you have anything to add to that?
No.
Next question. Same place.
Taylor Galt, I mean, you guys fell down early and had to play from behind pretty much the whole game. I mean, did that affect you guys physically? I mean, down the stretch, did you guys feel tired or just kind of out of it, or what did that do to you guys physically?
I mean, of course we were tired, but that didn't faze me. I was trying to win, and it's one and you lose, you go home. So, I mean, it kind of takes a toll on you, but that was in the back of my head because I was trying to win more than anything.
And for either one of you, can you just assess the season? I don't know. I mean, you guys may have another one left. Who knows? But, I mean, just kind of assess how you guys have done in just the whole year, I guess.
For as young as we are, I thought we did, a decent job. We definitely didn't reach our potential. And we had several games that, that were good and several games that were just terrible. And we never really overcame it. Obviously, so like seen in first half, that's exactly how we started in all the other games that we lost, and that was something we just need to fix for next year.
Any additional questions for the student athletes? Okay, we're all set. You can head back to the locker room, and John will bring you back to the locker room. Now open it up to questions for the head coach, Joe Foley.
Coach, I know you've had a couple of rough days personally. Was this a tough game for you to coach in today?
At times, yeah. That's it.
Can you comment on the start? I mean, just kind of the out of it nature that.
Well, Western came out in a triangle too, and thought that might be a possibility. We've seen them play it a couple of times the last few games, and we worked on it quite a bit yesterday. But that's what happens in the tournament when you haven't seen something, and you kind of expect it, and you go through it, and you don't have time to really have a couple of days to put your players over and over. And wasn't that they were lackadaisical. I think they just wasn't ready quite to attack it. and we had people open underneath the baskets. Kiera missed a couple people open, and you seen the second half we made a change and we picked it apart. So, they got better as the game went along, but that's kind of what got us back on our heels. And, you took Galton forward and taking our scores away, which was a good thing on their part. But as you see, if our other three would have been a little bit more ready for it and used to playing against it, I think we would have, come out much quicker, much better, and probably been a whole different story. But that's when you got young kids, freshmen out there, and things like that, it's hard to tell. You go through all those things and then realize how important it is, because we talked about, walked through that several times yesterday, but they didn't execute it there first. And then later on, we started shooting layups against it. So that's what we should have been doing the first part.
When Ford goes to the line for 3, she made her first 2 and you called timeout. Were you guys planning to miss that on purpose and try and get a putback, or what was the plan there that you
on
drew?
the third free throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to miss it because we were 2 down, and we were running a little play, and I don't, did they call it on Galt? I never did see.
I think they called it on phony.
Did they?
I think, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we were trying to cut her across the lane and come in behind and get the tip, because we were trying to miss on the right side and get it back in. See how we had to miss that shot.
Just what are your thoughts now on, first time in a while you guys aren't playing in that final, likely going to be short of the 20 wins and all these streaks and everything that you guys have put together? I mean,
yeah, I'm proud of these guys the last 3 weeks. I thought we got on a pretty good run. Won 7, 8 out of 10. I don't know what it was, but when you do 8 or 9, it's a little better than I thought. So again, when you got young kids, and Diamond came back the second half, had a heck of a ball game. Kiana had a heck of a game for freshmen. That's 2 freshmen, got a lot. Shan, she's learning, and so I think it was a good experience for us. Naturally, you always want to play in the finals and have a chance to go on. Every year somebody, this time of year it's going to stop somewhere, and it stopped here. But 20 wins, that don't bother me. I mean, if your team's playing as hard as they can play and they play well, then and defensive-wise we didn't play as good as what we can, but that came with playing from behind, like you talked about. We got a little desperate, but overall, I thought these kids learned a lot the last 3 weeks. I think they competed well, and as you can see, they're as good as anybody in the league right now. So that's a pretty good plus.
do you think you guys have played your last game, or do you think you guys have a shot at the NIT or any of that
I
other
don't
stuff?
study that stuff to know. I have no idea who's where, and if they want us, we'll play, and if not, we'll get ready for next year.
Any further questions? Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.